Hey, this is Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses, and you're watching GNR Central. Yeah!
Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to GNR Central. And today I want to talk about some of the things that maybe you missed in the Estranged music video. Now, I plan to do this type of video for each of the songs in the trilogy, so Don't Cry, November Rain, and Estranged. I may do some more of these videos for some of Guns N' Roses' other music videos they've put out, but right now I want to focus on these three, and today we're talking about Estranged. So the dinosaur that you see at the beginning of the video when the police are breaking into Axel's house was something that Axel actually gifted to Slash after they shot the music video. As you guys know, Slash is a huge dinosaur freak. And when Slash was still married to Perla, she posted on social media a picture of that dinosaur and referenced it back to the Estranged music video. Now, even though what's interesting about this song is that there's two concerts that are actually filmed in the music video. There's the show that Guns N' Roses did in Munich, Germany back in 1993. If you guys have seen the Making Effin' Videos documentary, there's some footage where they show it, and they also talk about the gig as well. And then there's some more close-up shots that were actually done in Los Angeles at Long Beach Arena. And the most obvious distinction between these two performances is that you can notice the difference in clothes of the band members, and that Slash is playing a different guitar. He normally never played Estranged using a double neck guitar. The reason why the band shot those close-up shots at Long Beach Arena instead of doing them at the actual gig is that it's much harder to get good up-close shots during a live performance, since things are a lot more unpredictable and more difficult to control. So Estranged also features some shots of one of Munich's most famous landmarks, which is the Olympic Tower. So its overall height is almost 300 meters, and the tower is not only the city's highest building, but it's also one of the worldwide's best-known landmarks. So the viewing platform has an altitude of about 190 meters above the ground and provides the wildest and most spectacular panoramic view on Munich and beyond its borders. So one of the tower's biggest attractions is the revolving restaurant, which is at a height of 181 meters, completing one turn in 53 minutes and letting the guest enjoy a 360-degree view while sitting at their table. So since 2004, the Olympic Tower is home of the Rock Museum Munich, and it's maybe not the biggest, but undisputably the world's highest of its kind. The exhibition consists of tickets, pictures, newspaper articles, but also a stage outfit and instruments of rock stars like Freddie Mercury, Pink Floyd, and the Rolling Stones. Now, one thing Guns N' Roses music videos were notorious for back in the day is featuring not just the band members, but their girlfriends and wives, and even members of the entourage. So there's a couple scenes in the Estranged video where you see Slash's ex-wife, Renee, who's in the center. He was married to her from 1992 to 1997. You see the girl that Dizzy is with in the November Rain music video in the back. There's also Gabriella Clark, who's Gilby's wife, and then there's also Kai Sorum, who was briefly married to Matt Sorum back in 1993 to 1994 as well. And also included in the video is Linda McKagan, who is Duff McKagan's second wife, and he was married to her from 1992 up until 1995, shortly after his pancreas had exploded. Now, the next scene you see is Axel's personal home. So this is the only Guns N' Roses music video that prominently features Axel's home that he still lives in to this day in Malibu. The scenes involving people leaving Axel's house show many people who were in Guns N' Roses' entourage at that point in time. So this screenshot shows then manager Doug Goldstein. He's followed by Axel's brother Stuart, and then they show an inside shot of Axel with his bodyguard Earl Gabadon, who worked for Axel pretty much from the late 80s, early 90s to about 2002 until he retired. You'll also notice that Axel is seen wearing a deep purple shirt, and there's a crucifix on the back of behind them on the wall. Axel was known to have been a big collector of crucifixes. Also included in the music video is Axel's then masseuse Sabrina Okamoto, who's seen elsewhere in the music video, as well as our first appearance of Beta Labias, who's better known as one of the members of Team Brazil, and her daughter Vanessa as well. We also get a glimpse of Howard Stern's limo driver, Ronnie Mund. In the next scene, we see Guns N' Roses touring manager Del James in the bottom left-hand corner. Back then, he was the band's biographer. And then we also see former touring member in the top left-hand corner, Teddy Zigzag Andreadis. So at this point in time, he hadn't really been touring with Guns N' Roses since February of '93 when they started doing the Skin and Bones tour, but he's seen a few times in the music video. Now, during the bridge section of the song, just before they go into Slash's first guitar solo, there's a scene where Axel is standing against a store with TVs in the background, and there's a split second where you can see the Don't Cry video going on the TV screens. It's the scene where Axel is sinking down in the water, and Stephanie Seymour is holding on to him. During the next scene on the Sunset Strip, when Slash is playing the first guitar solo, you can see him walk by a guy or play a guitar solo past a guy wearing a Confederate jacket with a nude woman on the back of his jacket as well. Now, the next thing you may or may not have noticed is a continuity mistake in the video. Just like November Rain with the cigarette, where Slash has a cigarette in his mouth one moment, and then the next camera shot he doesn't, and then all of a sudden it's back again. In the first guitar solo scene, you'll notice that his sleeves on his leather jacket are rolled up, and then the next scene, the sleeves are down, and then all of a sudden the next scene, they're rolled up again. Now, one band member who's not featured prominently in the music video is Dizzy Reed. There's two scenes in particular where you can see him on the Sunset Strip. There's one where he's lighting up a cigarette, and the next is where Axel walks by him and he's smoking the cigarette. And lastly, the last thing you may or may not have noticed is that the oil tanker that Axel jumps off of is called the Judith Prosperity. There's a quick second shot where you can see the name of it. And a lot of people have debated whether it's Axel actually jumping off the boat. I would have to go with it's probably not him, because the insurance company probably wouldn't let him jump off the boat, and they probably instead used a stuntman. So that does it for things you may or may not have known about the Estranged video or noticed about the video. There's a lot of little hidden clues in there, and I'm sure if you were a Guns N' Roses fan back in 1993, you may have wondered who all these people are in the video, and not having the internet, it was probably a lot difficult to get that kind of information. So thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like button, be sure to subscribe, and go check us out on gnrcentral.com for the latest Guns N' Roses news. Take care.